Yo, what's up? This be my thoughts, and this is about the stimulus check that Donald Trump didn't sign off on. Now, as far as politics goes, I'm not a Donald Trump fan, but nor am I a Joe Biden fan either. I think they're the same, but I think one is phonier than the other. I'm not going to say who is who or whatever, but this is not about that. This is about why Donald Trump turned down the stimulus, why he decided not to sign it. And this is also to inform you of those people who we have elected into office in Congress and what they really care about. And believe me, we are not very high up on the list of what they really care about when it comes to our well-being. And this stimulus check or stimulus package that they tried to send through that Donald Trump blocked is perfect proof of why and what they really care about. This channel that I'm on right here, this is a guy, his channel is called Clear Value Tax. This guy is very knowledgeable. Everything he has said has came true. I don't know what his insider information is, but he's on point, and I believe what he says on his videos. And the one more thing is, the thing about this guy is you never, ever, 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 ever hear this guy ask anyone to give him donations. He never try to point nobody towards his Patreons and stuff like that. Now, mind you, I don't look at all of his videos. I look at the videos when he talk about the stimulus. And he has like he got over 1 million followers, and he never pushes his own agenda. I don't know what he do in his other videos. I never looked at them, but on these videos, and it be his live chats be, man, a lot of people, and he never pushes his own agenda. And that's why I believe what he says, and I believe he really does care about the American people. Now, like I said, y'all need to subscribe to this guy's name. It's Clear Value Tax, right there at the bottom left of the video. Now I'm gonna let you hear a few things that he has read in the bill, what they really where they sending all this money to, and people in America are suffering. You got people during the COVID standing outside in long lines trying to get unemployment during COVID, and they don't have a choice. And this is what Congress has put into this bill instead of directing this money to these people.
Regarding the foreign aid, there will be $500 million allocated for Israel. There's going to be $85.5 million of assistance to Cambodia, $25 million for democracy and women's rights programs in Pakistan, $700 million in aid for Sudan, $135 million for Burma, $1.35 billion in military assistance for Egypt, and Egypt would be allowed to buy military equipment from Russia. 506.
Now, I think he said $1.5 billion in military assistance to Egypt, so Egypt can buy pretty much nukes from Russia. and all that other money that they sending all over the world, and you got people in America suffering, dying from COVID, being put out of their homes. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't care about what other people in the world is going through, but a rule is you take care of your home first before you take care of someone else's home. Isn't that what you do in your house? If you ain't got no food in your house and you know somebody else ain't got no food in their house and they're a family just like you are, whose house are you going to take care of first? Let's just be honest here.
$6 million for Belize, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Panama as part of the Central American Regional Security Initiative. Other inclusions: $40 million for the Kennedy Center in D.C., which is not even open for business, $1 billion for the Smithsonian, $154 million for the National Gallery of Art, $7 million for reef fish management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico. Let me repeat that one. $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico. A provision to promote the breeding of fish in federal hatcheries. $3 million in poultry production technology. $2 million to research the impact of downed trees. $566 million for construction projects at the FBI. $35 million in funding for sexual abstinence programs. A permanent reduction in excise taxes for beer producers, wine producers, and wine distilled spirits. Tax credit extensions aimed at helping the wind industry. Another extension of benefits for the motorsports entertainment industry, such as NASCAR, by allowing the faster write-down of costs related to their complexes. A tax credit to buyers of two-wheeled plug-in electric vehicles, that is, electric motorcycles. The credit is worth 10% of the cost of the motorcycle, so you're talking $2,500. In the bill, it prohibits the doping in horse racing. There's a subsection labeled the Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Act. The bill will spend money to create a committee to regulate the use of performance-enhancing drugs in horse racing. To make illegal this streaming, it's going to be illegal to make illegal the streaming services. To make, if you're going to stream illegally, if you're going to stream illegally, it's going to be a felony. I'm sure a lot of you caught that already in the news media already, but they're making a big deal about this one. So there's going to be several changes to copyright laws. If you could explain to me why that's in the omnibus bill or the stimulus package, you could be my guest. There's going to be measures aimed at protecting the intellectual property rights of artists and entertainment companies. Under the law, illegal streaming for commercial profit will become a felony. There's going to be provisions that warns China against interfering in the naming of the next Dalai Lama. I don't even want to get into that one. Okay. The bill would repeal a handful of oddball laws that are rarely enforced, such as making it a crime to misuse certain emblems, such as Smokey the Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, and Woodsy Owl characters, which is the Interior Department's Golden Eagle insignia. Okay, this is, yeah, I can see what they're saying. Other things, let's move on. Tax incentives for wind and solar energy. Anyways, you know, the list, it just continues. It just gets more ridiculous. It just gets more silly. The Democrats, they're saying they for once agree with President Trump. The Democrats are saying that they support.
He didn't say it in that part, but there was also $89 million going towards the Senate needs new furniture. So they taken $89 million out of the bill, in the bill, for them to get new furniture. Now, people are suffering, like I said, suffering because of COVID. But I guess getting them some new furniture so they can be comfortable is more important than putting food in people's mouths or paying somebody's bills. It just shows you that what they really care about. And most of that stuff that he put in there, it's all write-offs and fakes. Because, like he said, some of that stuff is not even open. The place is not even open yet. These buildings and stuff like that are not even open for business. But you donating millions and millions of dollars to these places. So you know the money ain't going to them places. It's going in their pockets. That's what they put in the bill. And look, this is Democrats and Republicans. And the ones that voted on that bill before Donald Trump didn't sign it, it was like 90% of Congress voted yes to this bill. That's Democrats and Republicans. My point in saying that is the Democrats try to fake like they're all on minority side and stuff like that, but they're really not. They're on their own side. And here's a fact that a lot of people don't know. When the Civil War was going on, do you know that it was Democrats against Republicans? One group was for slavery, one was against slavery. Which one you think was for slavery? The Democrats were for slavery. The Republicans were against slavery. Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. It just goes to show you that politicians don't care about the people. They'll use that caring about the people to get what they want, making excuses to cut money to put in their pocket. They'll say they're going to do this and do that for this place and that place. But the money really just goes in their pocket. They do the bare minimum for the people, just to keep the people quiet. They treat you like pets. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. Keeping you informed. Peace.